Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing some Japanese review. And why am I doing this on a camera? Why am I recording myself reviewing my own Japanese? Well, the thing is, when you edit things, you listen to it again and again. By nature of just like going through the film, going through the footage, thinking about, oh, what do I need to put here? How could do I need to move things around? Do I need to cut things? And then you just hear it so many times that you kind of get sick of it. So I was thinking, if I'm reviewing my own Japanese homework and Japanese studying, and on footage so many times, then it's going to eventually stick, right? That's the thing. I wish I actually kind of started this earlier. I kind of want to. It would have been cool to like just go from the beginning all the way up till now. Since I've been studying, having a class once a week for like 4 years now. So, okay, let's get started. So, textbook I've been using is Japanese for Busy People too. And we also have the accompanying workbook with that. So let's see. By the way, if there are any Japanese experts, fluent Japanese speakers out there who want to give me some advice, correct me when I say something wrong, you use it in the comments below. Yeah, that would be extremely helpful. Thank you very much. Okay, so the two things that we kind of went over from my lesson last week was potential form and giving a reason, which would be node. So first of all, the potential form, we talked about how to conjugate the verbs. So for example, I can't speak. So it would be for hanasu, which is to speak, then it would be hanaseru. So it seems like all we have to do is take the u sound and turn it into an e. So su becomes se, and then add ru at the end. So for nomu, to drink, it would be nomeru. And then for kau, it would be kaeru. Then we have regular two verbs, the next group, which, for example, taberu, to eat. We just add rare between, just before the ru. So taberu becomes taberareru. Oboeru becomes oborareru. And then for the irregular verbs, kuru and suru, kuru becomes korareru, and then suru becomes dekiru. Dekiru, I think I can remember because whenever we hand in some homework and then we get it marked, the sensei would say yoku dekimashita. So deki is pretty familiar to me. Kuru is still a bit hard to remember because it becomes ko sometimes. So I'll have to watch out for that. Korareru. And when we use them in a sentence, it looks like what we have to do is, well, you can, for example, we have kanji o yomu. So the o particle can stay o when you use this form, when you use this potential form, but you can also change it to ga. So kanji o yomeru or kanji ga yomeru. That's nice. It's always nice to have the option. But it seems that the exception would be dekiru or suru. Because it says tenisu o suru, it has to change to tenisu ga dekiru. So because of this exception, I think it would be best to always just kind of get used to changing o to ga. Just so that when you happen to use dekiru, then you're used to saying ga with this potential form. That would be my 2 cents anyway. And then it says if we're using the ni particle, nihon ni iku, then ni also stays the same. Nihon ni ikeru. Okay, so that's pretty simple. And then we have node. So node is like kara. It's like because. For example, kipo wa takai desu kara kaimasen deshita. Something like that. So node is also kind of the same. The example I've been given here is jikan ga nai kara taxi de ikimashou. Yeah, I've been told it's pretty interchangeable actually. So you don't have to worry too much about thinking about using kara or node. Well, I have been told that Node is a bit softer. What that means is that maybe kara emphasizes more on the reason. So if you want your sentence to not be as strong, you can use node. But if you're not worried too much, then either or works. That being said, it looks like there are, of course, exceptions to everything when it comes to learning languages. There are exceptions to every rule. The first exception is that with na adjectives, shizukana, we have to use node. We can't use kara. So shizukana node. And nouns as well, those have to be with node. Gakusei na node. Yeah, I think node is actually pretty straightforward. I've been using kara a lot when I've been using because. The early example I gave with the kipu wa takai desu kara. I used that when I went to Japan last time at Universal Studios, talking with the security guy, talking about One Piece. That was pretty fun. If you haven't seen my USJ vlog, you can check out the link down below. It's a fun time there. I didn't record the conversation, of course, but that would have been nice, actually. Yeah, and they give us another example here. どうして窓を開けましたか? And then the answer could be 暑いからです or 暑いのでです. Yeah, so pretty interchangeable, actually. Yeah, I guess I'll have to see for myself. Like, I think the times where you use, other than the exceptions I just talked about, of course, it seems like I'm so used to kara right now because that's the one I learned first that I think I'm going to be defaulting to that. Which might be a problem when I have to use the exceptions later. We'll see. So once again, it's non-adjectives and nouns that would need to use node. Okay. Those are two concepts that we kind of went over from my lesson last time. Yeah, so I guess now we can go on to the homework. Okay, so it seems like we've got a reading challenge here. We have to read the passage, and then there are a couple questions. We gotta say if they're true or false. So, I'm gonna read it out. This is gonna be my first time hearing myself speak Japanese on recording. So, it's gonna be a little awkward, I think. But I think I can handle it. Future me, you can put on screen if I handled it or not. Okay. So, what do we have here? 友達のニキさんは料理が上手でいろいろなものが作れます。ケーキも作れます。ニキさんのケーキはお店のケーキより美味しいです。去年のクリスマスにこのケーキを作りました。ニキさんは今海外に住んでいるのであんまり会えませんが、よくオンラインで話しています。ニキさんは英語と日本語とフランス語とスペイン語が話せます。おー、すごいね。Okay, so I was just kind of reading it. I'm gonna go back to it and then kind of figure out what it's saying. So first we have 友達のニキさんは料理が上手でいろいろなものが作れます。So, my friend Niki-san, or Niki-san, is very good at cooking and makes a lot of all sorts of different kinds of food. ケーキも作れます。So, they also make cakes. Not sure if Nikki is a guy or girl, so we'll use they. Nikki-san no keiki waお店のケーキより美味しいです。So, Nikki-san's cakes are more delicious than the stores. 去年のクリスマスにこのケーキを作りました。So, 去年 that was last year's Christmas, Nikki made a cake. ニキさんは今海外に住んでいるのであまり会えませんがよくオンラインで話しています。Okay, so Niki-san is now Now, because they're living abroad now, they don't really meet up much, but they do talk a lot online. ニキさんは英語と日本語とフランス語とスペイン語が話せます。So Nikki san also speaks English, Japanese, French, and Spanish, which is pretty impressive, I have to say. Okay, so what do we have for the homework? 鉛筆はどこ? Cut the feed! I can't find my pencil! 見つけた. Okay, so the first question says here, ニキさんは美味しいケーキが作れます。So, is that true or false? 正解. True. Yeah, so the questions are simple enough, but I think the point of reading comprehension is not about answering tough questions, it's about understanding what you just read, which I think, well, I believe I have. So, yeah. That was the short homework section. Now let's go to the self-study section. Thinking about constructing sentences, you know how it is. You have a little bit of free time in your head. You want to think about making sentences. And then, so I was thinking about how I would make a sentence using if in Japanese. So looked it up and it looks like, so looking at this website here, on tofugu.com, they say, for example, if you want to say, please put this on if you're cold, you can say, 寒いならこれを着てください. So, and it seems that if you use nara with a verb, you got to use it with the plain form of the verb. So, 行くなら. With nouns, you can simply just put nara after the noun, natsu nara. If it's a na adjective, we don't really have to change anything. Same for e adjectives, you can just put them right after, it looks like. If you want to make it negative, you just turn it to the nai form. So, 行かない. 行かないなら. 夏じゃないなら. Stuff like that. When describing something in the past, you have to change these forms into the past tense. いたなら. Okay. 夏だったなら. Okay. That will take some getting my head around, I think. But it doesn't seem too difficult. So, that's it for today's Japanese review. Today, again, we went over node and the potential form, hanaseru, I can speak. So, nihon, well, that's kind of a lie. So let's say フランス語が話せる. I guess that will be my review for today with the homework done. So, yeah, thanks anyone watching, and if anyone else wants to participate in discussion, maybe talk about, ask questions for other people too. That would be very nice. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do more of this. Maybe I will, just for easier self-study. With this first setup, I think I can probably improve. If anyone has any suggestions on how to make this a bit more fluid of a video, any kind of comments are free down below. Other than that, thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. And I will see you next time, maybe. Okay, thank you very much.